Hi there, Lou from Wardini Books, Wizzle the Wizard and all his other wonderful names is here also. And today we're going to be talking about The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. Colson won the Pulitzer Prize a couple of years ago for The Underground Railroad. So this is a short, perfectly formed novel. Page one immerses you immediately in the fact that the Nickel Academy, which was a reform school for boys in 1960s Florida, a segregated one, is up for sale. It's abandoned now, closed down, and our hero Elwood Curtis is an ex-boy, and archaeologists have found the graveyard and they are excavating it, and then they find the secret graveyard, and that's when you know that things at the Nickel Academy were really quite awful. And
our hero, who's at the academy, he basically early on you realise he's been sent there through a total miscarriage of justice. Really, something happened that wasn't his fault in any way, shape, or form. He was trying to get educated and be good, and he just gets landed in this terrible place. And really, it's his story. And what I found really brilliant in the writing was the author describes these really quite horrific things that happens to the boys in a way that sort of almost is, I wouldn't say blasé, but perhaps that's not the right word. But
matter of fact.
Matter of fact, and it sort of it makes you think about that. Perhaps at the time that these things were happening, that was how they were viewed. You know, these boys got whipped to within an inch of their life, sometimes to an inch past their life. And that was just the way of things, and no one seems that worried about it, you know. And the way he describes it really makes you sort of think about the times and feel frustrated, and about the injustice of it all as well.
But the writing is deceptively simple,
yes.
So he says an awful lot with very few words, which is the mark of an excellent writer. So it is disturbing and it is grim, but the writing is so beautiful that I felt. I'm a sensitive soul sometimes. I coped with it really well, and I'm really glad that I read it, and I would read it again.
Yeah, and although the things that happen are terrible, it isn't written in a really graphic way that, you know, makes some things can be written graphically that are really hard to read, but because of the way it's written, it isn't hard to read, and you understand the horror of what's happening without actually sort of being immersed in it, perhaps, which is a good way to do it. And it was a fantastic read and a brilliant ending. In fact, when we were reading it, Louise read it first, and then she kept hounding me to finish it so she could talk to me about the ending. So it was
one of
really
those
good.
books. So good for book club discussions, and highly recommended.
Yeah, excellent
Give it a
read.
go.
Thank you.